Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our Saturday morning practice. Good morning, Rebecca. So today we're going to be spending about an hour and a half together on this for the boot camp, the Chi Therapy boot camp. And this week we're going to be doing what the North Indians call, the yogis call Pana Yama. Yama means discipline, is the practice of. And Pana is breathing, but in this case, it's really more about using the stomach. Pana, in fact, means sucking in the stomach. And Anapana means that the movement of the stomach. So we're going to be doing that at the end of class. And so to kind of get ready for that, we're going to be doing some joint exercise. So I want you to bring your mind back to your body, mind, body together is the meaning of the word yoga, or in North Indian is called yuja. Now anchor your mind at the very bottom of your spine and imagine walking up the spine one joint at a time, one disc at a time as you walk towards the top of the head. I want you to stretch your spine towards the ceiling. Stretch as hard as you can, all the way up as you walk up to the top of the head. And then I want you to lean back and then relax. Then I want you to open the shoulder and then relax. We're going to be doing joint exercise starting at the wrist to the elbow to the shoulder, one joint at a time. Now I want you to anchor your mind onto the center of your palm. Bring up your hands together slowly, all the way up to shoulder level. Sit up straight. And then now I want you to anchor your mind on the wrist and start rotating your wrist one turn at a time. See that there's a beginning and then there's an end. Completely focus on your wrist, completely focus on examining the change in your wrist. See if there's any heat, sweat, numbness, tightness, or even pain. I want you to do this one joint at a time, one turn at a time, one turn at a time. And then when you finish, start from zero, do another one. Very mindful, completely focus on the body, completely focus on the wrist. Now I want you to turn the other way, focus on the wrist. Now I want you to bring the hands down. Before you bring your hands down, make sure your mind is the center of your palm. Bring it back down. And then once again, calibrate the body, stretch, open, lean back, and relax. Now, one of the things that I want you to check as we go through this hour and a half boot camp is the inside of your mouth. It's the inside of the mouth. And you will notice that either the inside of your mouth is very dry or that it's very wet. It's one or the other. And that's because if you are constantly in the fight or flight mode, this autonomous nerve system called the sympathetic, it turns off your salivary gland. And the only way that you can turn it back on is to make sure that your mind is not wandering around. And so the more you focus your mind on your body, you notice that you're turning the salivary gland back on. And this is very important for your health. Now we just finished the wrist, and now we're going to move to the elbow. So once again, focus on the center of your palm, bring up your hand all the way up, all the way up. And then now focus on the elbow. Okay, completely focus on the elbow. And in the West, people drink a lot of water. They everywhere they go, they have to have a bottle of water. In fact, it's a huge business selling water container. And that's because they're under stress all the time. The salivary glands is turned off. You actually don't want to drink that much water. You want the body to be able to self hydrate using the saliva instead. And the saliva is important for your health. It is important for your immune system, important for your digestive system. Okay? All right, now turn the other way. Focus on the elbow, one turn at a time. You notice that when I'm here for an hour and a half, it's very rare that I would take a drink of water and I don't stop talking, right? And you notice that. And that's why that's because when I say focus your mind on your elbow, I actually try to do that myself. Okay. I cannot say that I'm always successful. My mind is always somewhere else. And now bring it back down. Make sure that you focus on the center of your palm. And once again, back to the body. Stretch your spine. Lean back, the upper torso. Open the shoulder. Relax the shoulder. Okay. Now we move from the wrist to the elbow, now to the shoulder. So I want you to focus on the center of your palm. Bring up your hand, crossing your hands very slowly, mind, body together in front of you, on top of you. And then I want you to stretch. And before you come down, I want you to make sure that the mind is actually at the center of your palm again. Open your palm to center the palm facing out as if you're touching the wall. And when you get back down here, I want you to completely relax and then tell yourself, I'm starting from zero again, coming back up, following the center of your palm. Bring it all the way up top of your head, stretch, and then focus on the center of your palm. Open your palm, let the center of your palm facing outside, touching the walls, and then completely relax. Bring it back up, stretch, open, open the shoulder, feel the change in the shoulder. Bring it back up, following the center of your palm. Stretch. Open your palm, open your shoulder, feel the change in your shoulder. Bring it back up. Stretch. Open. Relax one last time. Follow the center of your palm. Bring it back up. Stretch. Feel your shoulder. Let go of that feeling. Come back to the center of your palm. Now we're going to go the other way. Follow the center of your palm. Open the shoulder. Stretch. Bring it back down. Open the shoulder. Stretch. Bring it back down. Always follow the center of your palm. Stretch. Bring it back down. Open the shoulder. Stretch and bring it back down. Okay. So what we're doing here when we say therapy, chi therapy, right? So it's using it's discovering the life energy in your body, basically, or what we call chi, and let it heal your body. So we're all about self-healing here. Healing your body, understanding the importance of the sliver, healing your body, understanding the importance of circulations, always mindful of the temperature at the bottom of your feet. Okay. And and then also healing not just the physical body, but also the mind. Also the mind. So there's no word that corresponds to the English word meditation. There's no Chinese word that meant exactly meditation. There's no Pali word that meant exactly meditation. The closest is actually Zen. The closest to that is actually Zen. But Zen is a Japanese word that comes from China. In China is Chan, and in India it means jhana. Okay. And the closest meaning to jhana is sedimentation. Imagine you have a glass of water full of mud and you wanted to purify that. And so the best way is just let it sit and let the debris settle down to the bottom of the cup. And so we are also here healing ourselves by understanding the importance of letting go and letting it settle. And so we're going to do that with the shoulder. And let's come back to the body. Sit up straight, stretch, lean back, open, relax. We're going to do front and back. Focus on the center of your palm. Mind, body together. Bring it up in front of you. Slowly. all the way to the top. Get ready. Open that shoulder as far back as you can. Feel the pain on your shoulder. Let go of the pain. Come back to the center of your palm. Bring it back up. Open the shoulder. Feel it. Accept it. And then let it go. Okay, so this letting it go part is what I meant by sentimentation. Just let it go. Open it, feel it, accept it, and then let it go. Now, the true letting it go comes from acceptance. You have to accept it first, accept it, and then letting it go. Open all the way back. Feel the pain, accept that pain, letting go of the pain, all the way up. Feel the pain, accept that pain, let it go of the pain. One more time. Bring it back up, all the way up, all the way back. Feel the pain, accept that pain, let it go of the pain. Sit up straight, hands in the back, as far back as you can. Bring it back up. Stretch, come down in the front, all the way back. Stretch, bring it down, all the way back. Stretch, bring it back down. One last time, all the way back. Stretch, and then bring it back down. Now we're going to go from meditation in motion to meditation in stationary form. Motion means that when we're walking or when we're exercising. Stationary form means that we're sitting, lying down, or standing, right? All four postures. And so when we're moving, we anchor our mind onto our body, the center of our palm, the center of the bottom of our feet, any part of our body. And when we're stationary, we anchor our mind on a breath. So I want you to now focus on your breath and start with knowing before you go to anchoring. I know that I'm breathing in. I know that I'm breathing out, one step, one breath at a time. Okay, we're going to continue. So we have three exercises, or three more before we're sitting down and meditate. And the first one is continuing this idea of learning how to let go of your pain, right? But it's also a very good exercise. So back to the bottom of the spine again. Walk up the spine towards the top of the head. Stretch your spine as hard as you can. Lean back and then relax. Open the shoulder and then relax. So this exercise is called the double blade, right? As if you're holding two blades. And reason why it's called double blade. If you ever seen Chinese opera, every once in a while the guy come up with this some song and then he pulls out his blade and then turns out that it's actually two blades in one. He pull up the blades and he's got one on each hand. So that's where it comes from. Double blade. Okay. All right. Back to the posture. Relax now. Left hand in front, right hand stretching out. Now we're going to separate the left brain from the right brain. And so we're keeping the left hand stationary, move only the right hand. So I want you to focus on the center of the right palm. Make a nice gentle circle in the front. And then now bring it as far back as you can. Open the shoulder, feel the pain on your shoulder, accept that pain. Let go of the pain. Let go of the pain means that you are coming back to the center of your palm again. Sit up straight. Right hand stationary, left hand slowly. Open it, feel it, accept it, and then let it go. Let it go means come back to the center of your palm. What's past is the past. Open it, feel it, accept it. To the left, right hand stationary. Very slow, very mindful. Open it, accept it, and let it go. Sit up straight, right hand, open that shoulder, feel it, accept it, and then let it go. Left hand all the way around. Feel it, accept it, and then let it go. Sit up straight. Right hand, two more times. Open it, feel it, accept it, and then let it go. Sit up straight. Open, feel it, accept it, and then let it go. Now back to the breathing. One breath at a time. Everybody knows of the Buddha with the big belly, right? And no one ever asks if that's really the Buddha. Well, he's actually a real historical figure. He was a monk in the Song Dynasty, which is about probably 1200, 1300 years ago. And he was just a monk, a crazy monk. And he had a big bag that he carries that whenever people give him stuff, he just puts it inside, puts it inside. He's always laughing. And somehow people thought that after his death, people thought that he was the incarnation of the future Buddha. So he's actually not the Buddha; he's just a monk. And but then they also discovered some poetry in his bag, and one of the poetry I'm going to try to translate it in real time here. And it talks about farming. It talks about how the farmers plant the rice in the field. And I don't know, you know anything about planting rice? You have to actually grow the seed first, the seedlings, and then you have to take that and then you have to manually put that into the field. Now, of course, they nowadays they do a machine, but the idea that he's describing this process as a meditation process, and so it comes in four verses. The one basically talks about how the farmer takes the seeding and then just plant it one at a time. And that talks about how when you meditate, you're focusing on your breath, one breath at a time, one breath at a time. Same as when you plant the seedings, after you do one, you move on to the other. You don't think back and you don't think about the one you haven't planted yet. It's always focused on the present. And that's what meditation is. It's always focused on the present. And whether you're moving or you're not moving, when you're moving, you're focusing on the present, changing the body. When you're not moving, you're focusing on your breath, one breath at a time. Then the next verse, he talks about how when the farmer, they always look down. They always look down and they see the water because it's when you plant rice in the water, in the field. And he looks down and he looks down at the water, and the water actually reflects the sky. And in other words, when you meditate, you're focused internally, and your belly is like the water. It's like the pond. And what you want to see is you focus on that and you see the reflection of the pond. And so I think in the past I talk about how when you meditate, and when we talked about earlier meditation, Zen meditation, jhana, I call it sentimentation, because it's like you're looking down at your own belly and as if you're looking at the pond. And when the pond reflects your state of mind. And when the pond is calm, you can actually see the reflection. Right? In this case, it could be the sun, it could be the moon. And then when suddenly you get disturbed, like the pain on the shoulder, or someone else says something awful, or something appeared on the television set, right? Presidential candidate says something silly, and you get all upset. It's as if something just disturbs that pond. And rather than jumping into the pond and making it even worse, meditation is all about bringing back and just focus on yourself, focus on your breath, one breath at a time, feel it, accept it, and then just let it go. and just keep looking at the pond, right? And then the very last verse, I'm going to translate the third one, is much harder to translate the third one. The last one says, is how the farmer plant the rice, and they plant it one at a time. And every time they plant a row, they take a step back. Every time they plant a row and take a step back. And the last verse is, turns out that taking a step back is the way forward. What a wonderful poem. What a wonderful poem. He takes something that he sees in the field, the farmers, and then he uses that to basically describe the process of meditation. The process of healing yourself mentally is to let it go and then taking a step back. All right. And so I remember once upon a time, some people, we had a discussion. We were actually part of a Zen meditation group. And and this is the beginning of the pandemic, so we couldn't go into prison anymore, and so we end up just meditating among ourselves online, and then um, we were sharing our experience, and what do we do when we have a sudden attack of anxiety or whatever, like anger or whatever. And it was my turn to speak, and I said, just slow down, pay attention to your breath. It will all go away. Okay. All right. So let's continue. The second exercise, a little bit more dynamic, is to get ready for the sitting meditation. So let's again open the shoulder, relax. It's called throwing the fist. So let's bring up the right hand, focus on the center palm, making a fist, and then get ready. Up. Open the fingers, feel the vibration coming back to the shoulder. Get ready. Up. Come back. Down. Sit up straight. Down. Up. Up. Down. Down, up, up, down, down. And then both hands, get ready, open the shoulder. One, open the fingers, feel the vibration coming back. Two, three, four, and five. Okay, now this one does a very good job in improving your circulations. Action equal to reaction, right? And so you hear me talk about a lot about yin and yang. And so when the energy goes outside your body is yang. When it comes back from the universe, it's called yin. So this is action equal to reaction. Very good exercise. One more exercise before we start doing meditation. And today the meditation we're going to be um, focusing on this technique called wandering dragon chasing the pearl. And I actually wrote down, if you see my last sentence, it comes in three steps. It comes in the first step is called mindful of a body to harness a chi. The second one is called practice chi to unleash the mind. And then finally, it's called emancipate our mind to attain entertainment. Three steps, okay? So we're going to be doing that. But before we do that, we make sure we put ourselves in a very relaxed state. A lot of our stress is in the neck, in the back, all the way down, and even internal, right? Unbeknown to us, there's a lot of stress that are accumulated inside our internal. So we're gonna basically do the next exercise, and in the West, we call this the vagus nerve, which starts at the very bottom. Okay, all right. So back to the body, stretch, open, lean back, relax. There's two energy point here called the gate to the cloud. I'm going to put a thumb on that. I'm going to roll up the four fingers very gently, and we're going to listen to the elbow. So we're going to lift up the elbow, and then the shoulder follows, the entire body follows. We're going to stretch towards the ceiling as if you're bringing the shoulder to your ears. The next one, we're going to point the elbows back, and now the shoulder listens, and we open the shoulder as if you're squeezing the tennis ball in the back. The third one is when you lower the elbow and you completely relax. The fourth one is when you point the elbow forward and everybody listens now. The back, you're bending your back, you're lowering your head, and you're kind of roll up your shoulder. Now we're going to move from here up as you bring up your elbow, you bring up your head, you're looking straight ahead. And then now you start to open the shoulder, bring the elbow back, and you're looking at the ceiling about 45 degrees. You bring it all the way back. And then as you bring down the elbow, you're looking straight ahead again. And then when you point the elbow forward, you're looking at the floor. As you come up, I want you to close your mouth and just breathe in. You breathe all the way in until you open the shoulder. And then as you come down, I want you to breathe out and completely relax yourself until you're looking down. Bring up, breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Relax, always relax on the out breath. Breathe in, lift up the body, open that shoulder, breathe out, looking straight down, breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Two more times. Breathe in, breathe out. One last time. Breathe in, breathe out. Okay, relax, sit up straight, focus on your breathing. Okay, we're going to start meditating. And this particular meditation technique actually comes from the end of the Tang Dynasty, and sometimes it's called microcosmic orbit. Microcosmic orbit is a Chinese astronomy term that describes the moon going around the sun. And macro cosmic orbit is when the sun goes around when the earth goes around the sun. Interestingly, the Chinese knows that for many thousands of years. It was until Galileo that the West understand that it was the earth that rotates around the sun and not the other way around. That's because they have been studying the stars for the many years, for thousands of years. And they can, with the naked eye, see Jupiter. And they notice that it takes 12 years for Jupiter to make one turn around the sun. That's why the 12 zodiacs. Now, I want you to come back to this body first. We're going to sit properly. It's very important that we sit properly so that we are one with the universe. And essentially, we become the conduit between the earth and the heaven and earth. We are. This is all about magnetic interaction. Magnetic from the earth, and then magnetic from all the stars, the Jupiter, the Mars, the Mercury, the Venus, right? All five of them, they represent the water, the vegetation, the fire, the soil, and the mineral. So I want you to start at the very bottom of your spine. Walk up the spine one step at a time. As you walk towards the top of the head, stretch the spine. Now I want you to do this one thing first, which is to lean forward. The entire upper torso lean forward. And now I want you to lean back. But when you lean back, I want you to try to keep the hip forward and only lean back the rest of the upper torso. And you feel some stress in the back where the kidneys are. And now I want you to open the shoulder, relax. Lean back the forehead so the ears on top of the shoulder. Tuck in the chin so that the top of the head is on top of the spine. The top of the head has a very important energy point for the 100 meat. And so when you sit like this, your spine is that pillar that supports the sky. It's called one pillar supporting the sky. Now I want you to relax your eyelids so you can see a little bit of outside. Then finally, I want you to take the tip of the tongue, put it behind your teeth, rest it where the teeth meets the roof of your mouth. This energy that travels along a spine is the yang energy. It goes all the way up to the top of the head, comes right back down. And between the bottom of your nose and the top of your lip is another energy point called the middle of being. And that's when it changes from yang to yin. So it's important that you keep your tongue touching the back of your teeth so that it completes the electrical path. It also turns on the saliva gland and makes sure that you're in rest and digest. The reason that we put pressure on the kidney by rotating the hip forward and leaning back up the torso is that in the Chinese, they actually believe that this sitting meditation, this particular way of sitting meditation, is to mix the internal energy, creating the harmony between the internal energy. The kidney represent water, and your heart or your mind represent the fire. As much as when you plant something in the field, you know that it's important to mix the water and fire. Now we're going to do the first step, which is called mindful of your body to cultivate your chi. The chi is actually starts at your abdomen, so we'll talk about that in a minute. But right now, we just want to mindful of the body. So I want you to be mindful of your body by focusing on your belly button and observe your breathing. Know that you're breathing in. Know that you're breathing out. Now there's an energy point right below the belly button called the sea of qi. This is the Chinese believe that this is the energy point that received the energy from your mom when you're inside her womb. Right behind that, there's an energy point called the gate of life. It's between the two kidneys. The kidneys are actually yin and yang. So as you breathe in, I want you to take the belly button and bring it all the way back as if you're collapsing the two energy points. And then when you breathe out, I want you to take the belly button and take it all the way across the room. Think about the blacksmith who is pushing and pulling the bellow. The fact that air is coming into your nostril, going out is incidental. That's just the chimney. So the North Indians, they think that the most important part about your breath is not in the chimney, but in the bellow. So I want you to focus entirely on your stomach. When you breathe in, forward. When you breathe out, backward. Completely focus on these two energy points. The one in front, below the belly button, is called the sea of qi. Bring it forward. When you breathe out, bring it back as if you're collapsing the two energy points. Maintain the pressure on your kidney by rotating the hip forward and upper torso back. We're going to practice this for 3 minutes. This is what I call mindful of your body to cultivate qi. So this exercise is one form of pranayama. It's actually called anapana. Pana means bring it back, your belly button, sucking in your stomach. Pana is the opposite of that. So just breathing like this actually brings a lot of health benefits. When you open your stomach as you breathe in, you're bringing down your diaphragm, increasing the lung capacity. And when you pull back the belly button as you breathe out, you're lifting up the diaphragm, pushing out all the stale air at the very bottom of your lung. That's one benefit. The other benefit is that you're actually massaging your internals. Now, the Chinese believe that the negative energy, the negative emotions are trapped inside your internals. The anger is trapped in the liver energy line. The fear, the anxiety, all of that is trapped internal. So by massaging the internal using the diaphragm, you're actually healing yourself. But it does something else. As it massages your internals, it's creating static electricities, especially in the small intestines, which is piezoelectric. And the next step is about bringing that electricities up the spine to the top of the head. We just have to do that using our mind, is in fact using the chamber between the left brain and the right brain. So be mindful of your breath. Start at the very bottom of your spine. As you breathe in, walk up the spine towards the top of the head, stretch your spine. And then when you get to the top of your head, you wait for the out breath. When you breathe out, you come back down from the top of your head to the forehead, to the bridge of your nose, to the tip of your nose, to the tip of your tongue. Travel down to your belly button. And when you do that, lean back and relax. Breathe in, move up, stretch to the top of the head. Breathe out, down, lean back and relax. This next step is called practice the qi to unleash the mind. In this case, the qi is the energy, but it's actually electrical energy. And just bring up the spine and bring it back down. Breathe in, bring up the spine. Breathe out, bring it back down. Let's practice that for 3 minutes. If you practice this technique diligently, it takes more than 3 minutes. Okay, it takes more than just once a week. But if you practice this technique diligently, completely focus, completely relax, cycle the chi up your spine and down, you start to realize that there's actually energy that rises on its own. You're not in the beginning. It's like you're forcing it to happen, and then after a while, you realize that it's actually happening on its own. There's energy that rises on every breath up the spine to the top of the head, comes back down, and rises again. When that happens, you're achieving what modern scientists would be called magnetic coupling. That the magnetic energy inside of you is coupling with the magnetic energy of the universe, and energy rises on its own. So this is when we call the technique wandering dragon chasing the pearl. The pearl is that energy that rises on your spine on its own. And the dragon is your mind is chasing it now, is not pushing it. So whenever you see a lion dance, you always see that they put a pearl in front of the dragon because the dragon likes the pearl. And the dragon just follows the pearl on the top of the head and comes back down. Okay. Now the last part is very important. The last part I translated into emancipating, freeing your mind to attain enlightenment. And this is the part where you have to come back and understand why it's called wandering dragon. It's a dragon that is free. Don't shackle it. Don't try to hold it back. So this is the part where you're moving up the spine. You get to the top of the head, and you imagine the dragon is going beyond the top of the head into the cloud. You let it be free. It returns back into its ancestral home. And you actually have to look back at your body from beyond the top of the head. And then when you breathe out, the dragon comes back out again, goes back down into your belly button. And then you have to imagine that your lower stomach is like the cave. The dragons return to the cave, and you're completely let go of your own anxiety and your own anger, all of your bad emotions. And you just wait for the breath, let go of everything. And then when you breathe in again, you move up to the top of the head, beyond the top of the head, looking back down to your body. When you breathe out, you come back to your belly button, and you let the dragon rest inside the cave for as long as you can, and just wait for your in breath again. And when you breathe in, you move up, and then you start to feel the coolness in the top of the head and the warmth in the belly button. So the Chinese believe that this technique mixes the water element in the kidney with the fire element in the heart and mind, creating harmony inside your body, letting the life energy heal your body. Okay, so let's do that for 3 minutes, and then we're going to do some stretching. Okay, open your eyes. Okay, all right. So this is a very old technique, and you can look up microcosmic orbit. And the only thing that I want to add is that most people who teaches that technique doesn't talk about how to let it go in the end. And so I had a student who learned this technique here, who practiced this technique on his own, and then when he found out that I also practice this technique, he asked me the question that he's getting a little bit of headache, and I said, well, that's because you're focused on your body. You're not letting it go, right? So it's very important to let it go. Let it go. Don't stop at the top of the head. Just let it go. Okay. All right. So let's do some massage. Let's put our hands together. Massage your face. Wake up this body. The side of the face, the temple, the forehead, the top of the head, the back of the head, the lower part of the head, and then the neck, and then above the ears, back to the face, back to the hand. Okay, let's do a little bit of massage. And so earlier we work on below the neck, and so now we want to work on above the neck. So let's put our hands together, locking our fingers. Put that in the back of the head, sit up straight. Use the thumb to feel the skull, and there's a cavity here. This is called the, the pond of wind, okay? So now sit up straight, and then I want you to push in with your thumb, lean back the neck, maintain the pressure, and then relax. Now take the right hand, put that on the left side, push down with your four fingers, sit up straight, and then pull the left side of the neck towards the right, as if you're opening up the channel. Same thing on the other side, push down with your four fingers, and then pull the right side towards the left. Now take your right hand, put that below the ear, and then just kind of massage the bottom of your skull. And then ask yourself to relax, relax. Same thing on the other side. Relax, relax, and then relax. Now put that on top of your ear, and then once again, relax. And then on top of the ear. Okay, now come back with the thumb, massage those two energy points, and then move towards the ear in the middle. There's a skull on top of the bone. And then come back with the thumb on one side and four fingers on the other, and just kind of massage. And then slowly bring it down, all the way down. Back up again. And then massage the middle. Okay. And then now we're going to learn to massage the shoulder. We're going to take the right hand. Imagine this is like the edge of the blade. And just kind of scrape here on the bottom of the ear, along the neck, down to the shoulder. Okay, relax. And then now put that on top of your shoulder. You see the cavity here? Massage that. And then now reach back, and then there's a cavity here. Massage that. And then move towards the side. There's a cavity here. Massage that. And then just kind of massage the shoulder. And then same thing on the other side. You will relieve a lot of stress, okay? And then massage that. Reach back, massage the cavity here. To the side, massage the cavity here. And then just relax. So Brooke says, I like the last visualization with the dragon going into the cave. So I'm full imagination. So I imagine the dragon walking on the spine, one joint at a time. And as it walks the spine, I stretch. Then it gets to the top of the head. I let go of the dragon. Let it enter into the cloud, its ancestral home. I imagine I am the dragon. I look back to this body, putting a distance between myself and this body. And as I breathe out, I come back down to the top of the head, travels down to the forehead, to the bridge of my nose, to the tip of my tongue, all the way back into the belly button. I imagine the dragon entering into the cave, and then I imagine the dragon lying down here, so happy. And then the 2 feet are pushing on my kidney. So I maintain the pressure on my kidney. Okay, like the 2 feet's pushing. And then I enjoy that dragon in my belly, in the dragon's cave. I feel the warmth in my belly. And then when I breathe in again, I move up to the top of the head, into the cloud. I feel the coolness in my head. Okay, that's how I do it. All right, so let's continue the massage. Let's massage to the top in front of the face now. So we take the index finger, put that in the beginning of the eyebrow. You notice that there's a cavity there. So just push in with your cavity, push in with your index finger, and then now put the index finger in between the eyebrow, and then squeeze the eyebrow. Imagine you're squeezing out all the stress, like you're squeezing out the toothpaste. And then put the thumb below the eye bag from the corner to the tail and just massage. There's 3 energy points here, and then massage. As we grow old, we have a lot of problem with eyes, so it's very important that we massage around the eyes. And then now we're going to take the thumb. We start at the corner of the eye, move up, and you can feel there's a cavity in the eye socket. And now just push in with your thumb. Close your eye. We're going to do a little bit of eye yoga, and we're going to rotate the eye up, right, down, left, up, right, down, left, up, right, down, left. One last time, up, right, down, left, back to up. We're going to go counterclockwise, left, down, right, up, left, down, right, up, left, down, right, up. Open your eyes. Okay. Now we're going to put 2 fingers here, massage energy points all the way from the corner down to the corner of our mouth. Then we're going to use the thumb, start at the eye, comes down to the cheek, and then just massage that. Put some pressure here. Okay. Then we're going to use the index finger, put that outside your nose. Then we're going to use 4 fingers as a massage. Okay. Now we're going to massage the ears. We're going to divide this into 3 parts. First, we're going to put a thumb in here and just massage. Put it in the middle, massage, massage, massage the tip, the edge, the ear loop. Leave the thumb behind the ear loop. Massage the front part of the ear up, down, and then massage. And then put 2 fingers, one on the ear, one on the skull, from the top to the bottom, from the top to the bottom. Same thing on the other side. Okay. So now we're going to do some stretching. And we're going to stretch the upper part, and we're going to stretch, first of all, the diaphragm by doing deep breathing. We're going to do 3 deep breaths. So back to the body, stretch, open, relax, lean back. Lock your fingers, put that on that below the belly button. Remember the sea of chi? We're going to go from here to the center of being. As we breathe in, we raise our body, follow the center of your palm. Get ready, breathe in. Flip your hand, breathe out. Lock your elbow, looking straight ahead, as if you're climbing the mountain. Use as much energy as you can on your shoulder. Bring up, climb up the mountain. Second time, breathe in, breathe out. Looking straight ahead, climb the mountain. One last time, breathe in, breathe out. Looking straight ahead, climb the mountain. Back, holding the hands, palm facing up, palm facing down. Bring down the hands, lock your elbow, looking straight ahead. Bring up your palm very slowly all the way to the top of the head. Lean back a little bit, forming a straight line between the bottom of your spine, the top of your head, and the center of your palm. And then now push lean back, come back to the middle, push, lock your elbow, okay? Lean to the left, come back, push, go to the right, come back, push to the left, come back to the middle, push to the right, come back to the middle, follow the center of your palm, completely relax, open the shoulder, sit up straight, relax the shoulder, putting the right hand on the left shoulder, lean back, so you're putting pressure on the right shoulder, grab the right elbow, sit up straight, lean to the left, and then come back, lean to the right, and then come back, completely relax, open the shoulder again. Left hand palm facing up, wrist 90 degree, right hand put that between the fingers and the palm. Bring down your left hand, push out your left elbow, lock the elbow, eyes forward. Use your elbow to bring up your hand, feel the stress on your wrist, center the palm facing the camera. Without turning the body, lock your elbow, bring your left arm to the right, locking the elbow, and then relax. The other way, sit up straight, bring it down, lock your elbow, bring up your hand, bring it to the left, bring it back here, and then relax. Open the shoulder, relax the shoulder. Right palm facing up, left palm facing down. Open the shoulder, wrist at 90 degree. Focus on the right palm. Push as if you're supporting the sky all the way up. Lock your elbow. Now focus on the left palm. Push down. Lock the elbow. And then now focus on the right arm. Bring it back. Turn your head to the left, to the shoulder. Stop at the shoulder. Turn your eyes so you're looking at your back. Bring back your eye. Bring back your head. Relax. The other way. Open the shoulder. Push. Lock. Right arm. Push. Lock. Left arm lean back. Head to the right. To the shoulder. Eyes to the back. Eyes come back. Head come back. And then relax. Okay. So you're stretching the inside, which has 3 meridians, and then the outside, which has another 3. All that has to do with the lung and the heart. And now we're going to stretch the spine. Stretch the spine, open the shoulder, relax. Fingers locking, palm facing up, put that at the bottom of your spine. Sit up straight. Okay, now turn so that the palm is facing down. Push until you lock your elbow. And now focus on the top of the head. Bring the top of the head towards the ceiling and then the palm towards the floor. One up, one down. Stretch as hard as you can. And then relax. Lean back the forehead so you're looking at the ceiling, 45 degree. And then bring up your hand as much as you can. And then relax. Back to the breathing. Now it's very important that after you do energetic exercise, you spend as much time as you can restoring yourself, restoring the balance between the sympathetic and the parasympathetic. Open the shoulder, relax, touching the back, lean back the forehead so you're looking straight ahead. Focus on the right shoulder, bring up your right shoulder, and then relax the other way. Bring up your left shoulder, and then relax. Focus on your breathing, one breath at a time. Okay, now open your shoulder, relax your shoulder, lean back. The back of the hand at the lower part of your spine, fingers pointing to the left shoulder. Bring down your right shoulder, lifting up your fingers. Relax the other way. Bring down your right shoulder, the left shoulder, and bring up your fingers. Now 2 hands, fingers touching, looking straight ahead, 2 shoulders, right shoulder up, left shoulder down, and then relax the other way. Sit up straight, left shoulder up, right shoulder down, and then relax. Focus on your breathing. Now, this energetic part is good because it releases stress hormone, many of them. One of that is cortisol, which is a natural steroid that reduces inflammation in your body. You like that. But the problem is that if we are only doing energetic exercise over time, we lose sensitivity to the cortisol. We have too much of it. Medical condition called cortisol resistance. So that's why the Chinese like to maintain that balance. As much as we release the stress hormone, we come back to the restorative state and just focus on the breath and restore the sensitivity to the story. That's the whole point about self-healing. Let your body heal itself. One last exercise called the reverse Buddha. Sit up straight, open the shoulder, relax, palm touching, fingers touching. Put that on the lower back, fingers pointing down, fingers pointing up. Bring it up. Center the palm touching, sit up straight. Now use the palm to push the spine forward and then use the shoulder, one forward, one backward. Maintain the pressure. Focus on your breath. And then relax. Back to the restorative state. Okay, so all that is to improve your lung and heart and what improving the yang energy that travels in your back. Okay, so time to get down and get ready for the main exercise of the day called the pranayama. But first, let's relax our knee. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. The other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let's relax the heel. Right heel first. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. The other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now left foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. The other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And one last set of joints are the toes. So stand on your toes, focus on the on top of your head. And when you come down, impact the heel slightly. Second time. Down. One last time. Down. Now, many of you have lower back problem, and in the Chinese, they believe that that is the deficiency of the kidney qi. And so this exercise actually relieve you from the lower back problem. Okay, just stand on this foot. And sometimes you might want to hold on to the wall and just stand for a little while like that. Okay, all right. So now it's time for the pranayama. Focus on the center of your palm. Bring it up. 1, 2, 3. Lower your knee. 4. Breathe in. 1 and 2. Breathe out. 3. Relax. 4. Okay. All right. Get ready. Breathe in. Breathe out. Relax. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now changing form. Breathe in. Crossing your hand. Focus on the center of your palm. Breathe out. All the way out. Back. Breathe in. Breathe out. Stand up straight. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. One last time. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now we're going to do 1 minute of standing meditation. So when we're doing this, this is a dynamic form meditation. So we focus on the center palm. When we're standing, we focus on the breath. So first, we're going to put our body into the right posture, which means that we relax our knee, relax our shoulder, relax the forehead, relax the eyelid, and then just focus on your breath. I know that I'm breathing in one breath at a time. Okay, now it's to the balloon breathing. So right foot forward, lean back. So the right toes are pointing up. You're looking at the ceiling, 45 degree. You bring up your hands. You follow the center of your palm. You roll your body forward so that the left heel is up. And you're looking at the ceiling, 45 degree. You bring it back out again. You're looking at the ceiling. Toes are up. Get ready. Breathe in. Breathe out. 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 In. Out. One last time. In. Out. Lower your hand. Come back to the standing position. 1 minute of standing meditation. 1 minute, 1 second at a time, one breath at a time. Now to the left side. Get ready. Breathe in. Breathe out. 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 One last time. Breathe in. Lower your hand. 1 minute. Completely focus on your breath. Okay. Now to the third movement, which is called a butterfly. Raise your hand, follow the center of your palm. Bring down your hand, let the knee follows. Bring it back up, raising your knee, raising your heel. Follow the center of your palm until the back of the hand is touching. As you come down, breathe in. As you come up, breathe out. Close your mouth, breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. In, out. Breathe in, breathe out. One last time. Breathe in, breathe out. Lower your hand. Back to the standing position. Loosening up your knee, your shoulder, your forehead, your eyelid. And now focus on your breath. Okay, now to the push hand. Okay, so again, right foot forward, but this time we don't lean back. We look straight ahead as if there's a water wheel in front of you, and you follow the water wheel until down here. And then you look straight ahead and you push. As you follow the water wheel, you breathe in all the way down here, and then you breathe out. Follow the hand. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Empty your mind. Focus on your body. Focus on the feeling of your body. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. One last time. Breathe in. Breathe out. Back to the standing position. 1 minute. Okay. And then now to the left. Breathe in. Breathe out. 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 One last time. Breathe in. Breathe out. Come back. Now, this is the last 1 minute standing meditation. See if you can commit yourself to not move away from your breath for just 1 minute. And you do that one breath at a time. One breath at a time. As if you're putting coins in your piggy bank, one coin at a time. Okay, now to the last one is go up and down. Okay, very simple. We only do this 3 times, very energetic. First, we raise the hand, breathe in. Then we lower entire body, breathe out all the way down, and then bend your back forward. Then we stand up straight, breathe in again, and bend all the way backward. And then relax. Okay, 2 more times now. Get ready. Breathe out. Breathe in. Relax. Go last time. Breathe out. Breathe in. And then relax. Okay, very gently, very slowly, very mindfully walk back to our sitting position. We're going to meditate 3 minutes. And then I'm going to do a metta meditation with you. There's a reason for that, but I'll explain that in a minute. 3 minutes, okay? Okay, open your eyes. So, um, what we practice here is I call it just a formless meditation. I don't believe in these silos called Buddhism, Taoism, Yogi, and Tai Chi or whatever. I think that they're all roads that lead to the same endpoints. That once you get close enough, then you realize that they're all very similar. So in a way, what we do here is the eight limbs of yoga. The eight limbs of yoga. Everybody knows yoga as it exists in the West, but if you go back to the way it used to be practiced or the way it is practiced now in India, it's based on the eight limbs of yoga. The first one is yama. So we talk about pranayama. Yama just means discipline. Discipline is not to protect yourself, but protect others. So, for example, the five precepts: no killing, not just no killing of fellow human beings, but no killing of any kind, protecting all the beings in the universe. No sexual misconduct, that's to protect the family. No stealing, that's to protect your neighbors. No wrongful speech. This is the most dangerous weapon, is what you say. And then finally is no consumption of intoxicants. So those are important. That's the first limb. They're actually to protect others. The second one is to protect yourself. Protect yourself from the negative emotions by focusing on the positive, focusing on loving kindness, compassion, empathy, and equanimity, focusing on forgiveness and focusing on sharing. The third limb, the next three are basically what we do here is the body, the breath, and the mind. Now, in the US, we tend to focus only on the body. That's called asana. In fact, we focus on a specific technique called the hatha yoga, which means forceful yoga. And we forget that that's only one limb. There's other. So here we practice on the body, we practice on the breathing, and we practice on the mind. So that's five. The remaining three, one is called one mind concentration, which means that you're really protecting your sense stores, what we call sense stores: the eye, the nose, the tongue, the ear, the body, and your mind, your brain, as if you're guarding them. And when the disturbance comes around, you greet them. Greeting means feel it, and then you accept them as long as they're not doing any harm. And then you let it go, as if someone just passed by the door and you say bye, don't follow. Okay? Then the remaining two is what I mentioned: Zen, sentimentation. Learn to let it go, learn to slow down, give yourself some space, and just let all the bad things settle to the bottom. And finally, called samadhi. Samadhi is a state of mind that is close to enlightenment. So always practice the positive. Always practice positive. Always ask yourself, how do I promote the positive aspect of my mind? We have an opportunity to do that today. 2 days ago, I got a call from my son. He usually texts me, he doesn't call me. It's very strange that he will call me. Kids don't call. He says, I'm at the emergency with Buddy. Buddy is his dog. He picked up Buddy from the pound. He was abandoned. and he nursed him back to health, and they were together for 4 years. And he says, we're on the way to the emergency. I don't think Buddy would last tonight. So finally, Buddy passed away, and I want to take this opportunity to wish Buddy a good journey, a journey to bliss. I want to take this opportunity to let us all share the loving kindness that Buddy brought to my son and brought to the family. He did a good job. So I'm going to practice metta with you. Metta means loving kindness. We need to build a bridge between us in our loving kindness by focusing on gratitude, being grateful with what you have. I'm very grateful for my health, for my family, for my children, for my wife, for my parents. I'm very grateful for my neighbors. I'm very grateful for the first responders, grateful for the doctors and the nurses and the ambulance drivers. Grateful for those who work in the food chain, bringing food to us, the drivers, the cashier, the restaurant workers, all of them. I think about all the things that I did wrong, all the things that I didn't do right, or not enough. I need to constantly remind myself to forgive, to accept. I think about all the people that I think have done me wrong. I learn to accept them, learn to forgive them. I want to share with them the loving kindness in my heart. May we all be blessed and be free from animosity and negative energy. Sabe Satam Avaya. May we all be blessed and be free from mental suffering. Sabe Satam Avaya. May we all be blessed and be free from physical suffering. Buddy is free from his physical suffering now. He's on his journey to bliss. Sabi May we all be blessed and be full of joy, full of health, full of happiness, and protected by positive energy. Sabe Sata Suki Hatano Peri May we all be blessed. Namaste. Okay. Xin kể yakin. Bye bye.